Boop. Boop, 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 boop. 60 seconds, gang. Alright, so I've calmed down significantly in the few minutes I've had to adjust to the news that Bloodborne, while it has been officially declared for, PC, we're getting Bloodborne again. They're not willing to announce it just yet, so that's the rub of it. I'm gonna go get coffee now. 1 second. Hey, Overlord, Nader. Hey, Melek. We are so back. We're so back. You know what? We're so back. It's so good. If you can't hear my voice, it's fine. I'm just making coffee. It's still here. It's so loud. I can barely hear myself ranting. You want what? Bloodborne? How about another Horizon Forbidden West? Hey, Skeptical Bucket Man. I swear, Silent Hill is here. It can only get better, Silent Hill is just in the mud. Just talk about a franchise that's completely in the trash. Nah, but I like Silent Hill. Silent Hill. 1 second. More watered down coffee from my now broken machine. Yum, yum, yum. Didn't expect the stream. Of course you can. It's Silent Hill. Hello, hey, it's me. I hate Premiere volume. Yeah, it's not great. Why don't we just turn that off? Nobody wants to hear this shit. MG, you're playing Bloodborne remake? What kind of coffee are you drinking? The cheapest I can find. In addition to being completely despicable and a complete slop, and a guy who's like really opinionated on video games. In addition to all of that, I'm also super cheap. Like the complex Rubik's of who I am. Is this countdown for another countdown? Yeah. Alright, here we go. Bum bum. Also, crap, I forgot. Wondering if Nightlight was on. Just like give you a yellow hue over the entire screen. Real nice. I do like this new Silent Hill font. It is really sort of modern design kind of deal, but you know, it looks kind of nice. You have like little fingerprints in it and such. I'm telling you guys, this watered down coffee I have does a real number on the taste buds. I'm not convinced. Respecting 10 seconds worth of dialogue is just not enough for me nowadays. I've been deceived before. Yeah. I'm happy that they took it and that they're making it their own. I'm so happy with that. They're just changing up so many things. The more changes, the better. Don't do the stupid thing and force yourself to have to constantly be compared to the second game, like the original one. When the most appealing thing about your franchise is your logo. Look, they've been mismanaging this brand for 20 years now. We gotta take the small wins where we can get them. At least it's not Comic Sans like a certain remaster. We don't talk about that one. And Troy Baker got to keep his career, the bastard. And you know what's cool about whenever they do Silent Hill 2 showcases? Is that Akira Yamaoka's music is absolutely S tier, just GOAT level, great video game soundtracks. So no matter how shit the showcase is, they get so much good faith just by like playing the Promise theme, or playing the theme of Laura, or playing like it is like all these memories come flooding back, and you're like, oh, this could be something. This could be something. Absolute gods tier. That's right, Zeus. Also, like, can you hear me over this music? I wouldn't want you to listen to too much of the music. You have to get my nasally, horrifying Borat voice in there too. Very nice. I'm pretty quiet. It's a bit too loud compared to your voice. Boop. Is that good? Which Silent Hill has the best OST in the is the real question. I think overall probably the second game or the third game, but my favorite track is Tears Off from the first game. I don't know, it may be an unreleased theme, but Akira Yamaoka once in an interview said that was his favorite theme to write, because it's just like the same sort of beat looping again and again and again. And I was like, oh, that's his favorite one, I'll listen to that. And I'll listen to it and I'm like, yeah, that is the best one. That is the best one. But yeah. Isn't it years of playing right now? Huh? Do I F with the Drakengard 1 OST? I hate Drakengard with all of my hate. I only played the first game and I hated it. And I talked to K-Sidiv about my hate, and she was like, yeah, all those things you hate, they're deliberate. And I was like, the hell with that. No, this Yoko Taro guy, the hell with him. He does not get to put me through that and be like, by the way, you know how I made a game that sucks? Well, see, that's actually like a meta-narrative about like the way people engage in endless violence in video games. Like, get the hell out of here, you loser. Don't remember the soundtrack. Maybe it was good. I don't remember. Tears Off. Yeah, Tears Off. Really great. You know what? Actually, maybe we have time. We have time. Surely we have time. Here it is. It's a freaking ad. Oh, we have like a lot of time. Some friggin' betting website. It was playing. Oh, it was playing? Oh! Derp. Oh, I missed it. I missed it, gang. Because it's so like we're listening to different audio volumes because I'm having like this massive construction site headset on my head because it's the only thing I have here that'll connect to my laptop. And it's just like crushing my head. There's so much pressure, so I have to release it, and I only have one ear on, and it's just like coming through weirdly through the channels. Yeah, whatever. What ifs? The soundtrack is just one of the most transgressive and haunting ones I've ever heard, especially if you like the Silent Hill 1. Oh, Dragon Guard. Maybe. I'm not a big music guy. I tend to think that music is just loud noises, and it doesn't help me focus. I often go to parties and I ask the people, by God, can we turn down the music? Can we turn down the music? Some of us are trying to think about how we're gonna write this section in our Mega Man video. People look at me like I'm some kind of weirdo. It's like, hey, you guys don't have 40,000 YouTube subscribers, I tell you that much. But they do have a lot of sex. I guess that kind of makes up for it, huh? Do you plan on releasing that Kagori video after or before the Silent Hill 4 commentary? Probably after. I already wrote the Kagori section into the commentary, and it would be weird to rip it out now. I'm just like, it's free. Like it's 3 extra minutes of padding for the commentary. I'll take it. Whatever. Oh, that's the main theme. The main theme of Silent Hill, like the Silent Hill theme, didn't appear in Silent Hill 2. What's up with that? And hey, the main theme of Zelda, the Zelda theme, didn't appear in Ocarina of Time. Hey, what's up with that? Copium on Bloodborne for PC until the end. Oh no, see, we figured it out. They were gonna do it the next State of Play. They were too busy announcing all these remasters for like games they've released 10 times before already, and they had to get all of these live-action service games out of the door so that they could free up the resources to do a Bloodborne remaster. Because like the live service stuff, that's not going to sell anything, that's going to flop anyways, but they need to spend that money so that they can later on spend the money for Bloodborne, which will make them money. So it is what it is. Acer Autistics? Huh? Me? Couldn't be me. John Silent Hill, the series' most beloved professional protagonist, hasn't made an appearance in Silent Hill Book of Memories. What's up with that? Yeah, what is up with that? Alright, while we're at it, Book of Memories? But I don't remember that. What's up with that? Oh, and by the way, there's no hill in Silent Hill. There's no hill. So, am I supposed to believe that this is some kind of invisible Silent Hill? Is that what the silent means? Yeah, it gets stupid when we have a 5-minute countdown. And like the people who are watching the VOD, they're so lucky because they can just skip over all of this faff. Aren't all hills silent? What is that title trying to say? Yeah. And you can hear like the woman breathing in the background now. It's not me. I do not have women breathing in my apartment. They wouldn't come near it. Not with the way I decorate. It's pure OST. Akira Yamaoka, baby. Oh. Wait a minute, is that Miyazaki? Is this a stealth Bloodborne for PC release announcement? Okamoto. Well, you know, it could have been, you know. It's not my fault for dreaming. It's okay, Game House. I was only being racist for Bloodborne. It's fine. Hey, I don't need 2 sets of subtitles. What is this? Miyazaki stand-in. Wait, sexual themes? I don't know if I like that. Also, like, this looks nice. I don't know. It's not hard, like every game looks nice these days, but there is something to watching these areas like rendered in crazy 4K or whatever. It's also interesting also because the team, they're like, what is the ambience we want to present?
Special place.
What do we want to emphasize in the designs?
What could she mean? This whole town was our special place.
Hey, she got a new
You
drip,
promised you'd take me there again someday,
but you never did.
but you never did.
I'm alone there now. I better get more of it. Hey, it's the original sort of spider webby sort of style draped over the new font.
I got a letter. The name on the envelope said Mary.
Which voice actors are they
Mary
going to
died
use?
of that damn disease.
See, Master
3 years
Hitman,
ago.
in the original
Is she really alive?
announcement, I thought it would be really funny if they brought back the remaster voices. So like we got Troy Baker again, and I think it was like Laura Bailey or somebody. I thought that would have been really funny, but no, it's some other gang of guys.
What?
Both
is
confirmed.
this?
Oh no, baby, that texture looks ugly. That texture looks nice. Nice enough.
Hey, wait.
Oh, the way it just disappeared into the fog like that. Scripted. I don't know. It'll be Chris Pratt. Yeah, and like Laura Bailey, I like her enough, but she ain't no Donna Burke, I tell you what. Oh, no, it's like one of those Last of Us. Press the button and get locked in the context-sensitive animation, where you push forwards. Okay, this is new. Why would you enter just like that? Yeah, why would you? But to be fair, he did murder his wife, so I wouldn't put it past him. No. Why is there a zipper? Okay, look. This is not the worst idea. Like contextualizing that sequence as him ripping apart wood in a window, and this is in an apartment rather than in that sort of construction site tunnel. I don't love what they're doing to the lion figure there. This is actually a nitpick I have in my Silent Hill 4 commentary. I don't know if it'll stay in the video, but I don't like how that sort of burnt leathery skin texture of just wrapping with this sort of biological mass writhing underneath it. I love that in the original Silent Hill games, but once Masahiro Ito stepped away, I feel like they just went away from that completely. Nutrition supplements. Oh yeah. I hate that ugly HUD. Also don't like that red. Why you don't need the red bars. Silent Hill 2 didn't have any HUD. It was just like the heartbeat in the controller. You don't need that ugly display. Come on. Hey Daniel. This is very Resident Evil. Like, you held it in your hand and like rotated a bit. It's like, oh, they were taking notes. This place is not what it seems. There's another side hidden behind the rest in this paper. Okay. Oh my god, it's her.
What you got there?
None of your business.
Oh, they
You
got
didn't
a
love Mary anyway.
What?
oh they got a voice actor to replace her. Huh.
How do you know her name?
Oh no. I love that they didn't set up him meeting Maria in his trailer. He's like randomly walking with this woman.
Where did she go?
I don't know.
No! Oh, no! Guys, did you see that? Ugh, hold on, they'll show us her again, and I'll capture the moment. Show me Maria again, you cowards.
Empty. More than the other places.
She doesn't have her Christina Aguilera leopard print skirt anymore. But that's fine. It's like open the door, a bit of wind comes in. I am not your Mary. She sure ain't. I got a letter. One step forwards, two steps back. Yeah, it's like, okay, I'll try to get a better still of that. Hey, could you... Okay, there it is. That's what I wanted to see. There it is, baby. That's what I wanted to see. Okay. So... Something Takayoshi Sato really wanted to emphasize in his design was deliberate imperfections in characters. So, I don't know if this is just the shadow, how the way it casts on her hair, but her roots are supposed to be showing. Maybe we'll see here.
It's okay. We don't want to hurt you.
Hey, stop talking without being in frame, bitch. Let me see her hair. See, there it kind of looks like she just has blonde hair.
Where is that girl?
But another thing you can see here is that her jacket, it covers the side of her hips. Like, it's different fashion, doesn't look as 2000s, looks nice and all, but in the original they deliberately gave her a bit of a belly flap where the skirt ends to emphasize that there's a human being there. It's like those deliberate little imperfections that the developers would put in there. And like Heather Mason, she has it too. She has like roots, the roots of her hair are showing. And that's not something I feel very pronounced in these new designs. They feel more... It's kind of like when they did more Star Wars movies with The Force Awakens, where it's like... Star Wars is just like the way you make every other blockbuster now. The fact that it was like this crazy project by this autistic lunatic making movies in his basement, like that's kind of gone. I do like they have the red squares over their mouths. That's confirmed at least. I hate the red bar on the camera. We don't need that shit. Come on. Shoot up, Harry. James, I mean. Anyways, let's read chat. No leopard print, unplayable. There's definitely like, the classic mode, and you can like pay $5 for a costume. They're not showing her belly. Yeah. A lot of these animations still look rough. Yeah, I mean, I don't super care about that stuff. If it plays fine, it plays fine. It's, it's more just I'm seeing changes in the presentation that to me say that the new emphasis is not quite lining up with the original. And I kind of worry that that is emblematic of some deep, not necessarily misunderstandings, but deep reinterpretations of the intent of the original game. Yeah, shoot it. Okay, I like that animation. That looks kind of nice. I like, oh no, like the head wobbling, I like it. It doesn't look super great there, but like when they do that, like with the Ghost in Silent Hill 4, I love that stuff. That sort of Jacob's Ladder head spins like crazy, I love that. These enemy sound effects are just incorrect. Not great. James needs a bald spot. James is going through enough. Like, he's losing his daughter, he's killed by like some cult members. He doesn't need a bald spot too. Oh, the bitrate's kind of trash there, huh? Just like... it just looks like Remake 2 at home. Kinda. But that is a really interesting. I think there's a certain, that's a sort of valuable experiment, though, isn't it? Where you're like, here's a team that redesigned Resident Evil 2, and here's a team that redesigned Silent Hill 2, and they made them really similar. But in one of the cases, it clearly worked, Resident Evil 2, and in this case, it might not work. And then you can be like, hey, why might that be? Is there something different about Silent Hill? Maybe Silent Hill, it doesn't really work that well when you try to do it with, like, over-the-shoulder action. Maybe Silent Hill, maybe a Silent Hill remake, get this game, maybe a Silent Hill remake should have fewer enemies, like, drastically fewer. Maybe you can sort of get closer to the core premise of Silent Hill by reducing enemy encounters.
Why do you keep running away from me?
Yeah. He's just
How do you know about Mary?
strange man.
Mary's my friend. We met at the hospital last year.
Stop lying. Laura, I'm sorry, I didn't mean...
Fine, don't believe me. See if I care.
Hey!
Let go.
Sorry, Laura, but I can't let you just run around this place. You might get hurt.
Hey, that's kind of reasonable.
Just stay with me, okay? This is no place for a kid.
Fine.
I like her face. Like, her facial animations, I
There's something
think,
I've
look
gotta
pretty
get.
nice.
Laura,
It's important.
Maybe not that one.
what is it?
A letter. From Mary.
What?
I hid it.
See, with that head animation, I feel like they're just taking boxes. That might also be the case. Oh, she's tricking you, James, you dummy. You're gonna be fighting the Kissy Lips bosses. All three of them, you dummy. Maybe Capcom is just better than Team Blooper. That might also be. And like, look, guys, this game is not gonna be as good as Resident Evil 2 Remake.
Okay, wait.
They were on their A game. That's like the best blockbuster cinematic third-person shooter we've gotten in like years and years and years and years and years.
Open the door, Laura.
Why should I? I'm a liar, right? Want me to open it? Huh? Do ya?
Let me out of here, you
This is some rough acting. I'll say it, but like, yeah,
Smart face.
Capcom was on their A game with Resident Evil 2 Remake, I
Please
feel.
open the door.
And
Sure there is. A big lying fart face.
Yeah.
See a fart face?
Laura!
That looked rough. That screenshot with the text, "See a fart face." Ooh, that's not good. In fact, why don't we just...
Laura!
Big lying fart face. See a fart face?
Laura!
I hope you all
真の
enjoyed
サイ
the
コロジカル
preview,
ホラーであり
baby.
シリーズ最高傑作として評されたサイレントヒル2のストーリーはそのままに、本作ではよりその世界観に没頭できるようにゲームデザインやユーザー体験を強化しています。そしてすでに発表いたしました通り、発売日は10月8日です。こちらはプレイステーション5と Steam でリリースされます。またプレイステーションストアと Steam にて本日から予約の受付を
Oh
開始
wow,
して
we
い
can
ます。
pre-order the game.
これからご紹介する事前予約特典などもご確認いただきアクセスしてみてください。ではここからは商品ラインナップのご紹介です。本作のスタンダードエディションを事前予
Oh,
約
here
して
we
いた
go,
だく
guys.
こ
We're
と
gonna get
で
the leopard
特典
print,
と
huh?
してミラのマスクがつきます。そしてプレイステーション5限定でロビー・ザ・ラビットのマスクも入手可能
Oh,
です。
get Robbie them.
続いてはデラックスエディションのご紹介です。デラックスエディションにはサイレントヒル2
Oh,
の
hey, we
世
can get like a
界観
cardboard
を
box
より
one.
楽しんでいただくためのデジタルアートブック、サウンドトラック、そしてピラミッドヘッドのマスクが含まれます。アートブックはコンセプトアーティストの伊藤正弘さんが
Okay.
デザインしたクリエイターとか
Is
登場す
interesting.
るキャラクターやさまざまなロケーションのコンセプト
I
ア
hope
ー
it's
トが
new stuff,
130
not
枚以上
just
収録
because
さ
I
れて
feel
い
like
ま
I've
す。
seen all these images
ま
before.
たサウンドトラックは今回も原作と同じように山岡明さんが手掛けており、 原作の楽曲のアレンジ版のほか、
Hey,
新曲も収
we
録
don't
され
need
てい
two
ます。
sets of subtitles, man.
どちらもシリーズファンの方には満足いただけるコンテンツになっていますので、楽しみにしていただければと思います。そしてデラックスエディションも事前予約していただくことで、特典としてミラのマスクとプレイステーション5限定でロビー・ザ・ラビットのマスクが入手可能です。
Oh, that Robbie the Rabbit mask is exclusive. He's not in the second game!
48時間の先行アクセス券をプレゼントいたします。こちらの一覧表で各エディションの特典をご確認ください。サイレントヒル2をより早く体験でき、世界観を丸ごと楽しんでいただけるデラックスエディションの事前予約がおすすめです。皆様ぜひご予約の上、
Give me
発
the
売をお
choice
待ちく
to
ださ
have
い。
like Guy Seehee face. I don't
さ
know.
て、コナミとゲームの開発会社である
Alright,
ブル
here
ーバーチームが
here are
タッグを
boys
組
that
ん
are
で
gonna
お
look
送り
real
するサイレントヒル
apologetics.
2ですが、ブルーバーチームのスタッフからメッセージ映像を受け取っています。
I'm sorry, I was loud, I'm sorry.
I'm very excited for people to play this game. There's no one aspect that I could say that I want people to experience, because I want people to experience all of it. It's such a journey. It's such a big part of our lives, and I just want people to see it.
The irises in her eyes are really sort of dilated. Do you think she's on something? It's like doing a bit of speed, doing a bit of.
I think the biggest
oxycodone
challenge that
or-
we've had was actually how to make the game approachable for the newcomers who have not played the original.
Brother,
But at
you
the same
just did
time
Resident
to
Evil 2
still
remake.
Retain the familiarity of the,
No,
of the
okay.
game
This
that they
to me
remembered
feel. Hey,
20
guy,
years ago.
you shut up
goal
now.
from the
You
very
guys,
beginning was-
you have spoken enough. You can still read the text if you want to know what they're saying. Remember when the Suicide Squad game came out? They in the announcement they talked about, well, you know, we had to go into the comics and really find our own voice to interpret these characters. And this is like, no, you didn't. You just copied what they did in the movie. And this is that. This is them like, well, you know, we really needed to look into the original and figure out a way of translating the fear. And it's like, you didn't do that. You just played Resident Evil 2 Remake and then you just like colored it with Silent Hill.
Around standards.
They should have got me to do it. I'd have done a better job, is all I'm
So when
saying.
making a game with static cameras,
Bloober Team
you
doesn't
as a
deserve
designer
Silent Hill
have
2,
much
but I
more
do.
control over
I do.
What players sees, where they go, and so on.
But I wouldn't have
The
wanted to
change
work on
for the
that.
third-person perspective was a challenge. That
Silent
being
Hill
said,
2 is
it's
played in the third person.
a chance for us to expand this world, to show the
Oh!
players new elements
Look,
that
I'm
were previously
getting angry at Lingo
inaccessible,
here.
and just make
I know
this
what you
game
meant.
richer.
So the main thing that
Approachable is a
required the
giant threat
thinking
flag.
was the fog, because it
That guy
was so
looks like a
classic
Silent
in
Hill
the
character.
original, and with the veil that covers the world and makes the player to feel even more.
Hey,
isolated.
Christian. You missed a lot, brother.
New technologies gives us a chance to do things that were not possible during the earlier generations of video games. For narrative, this is very visible in facial expressions. We can tell so much through just the subtle changes on
Okay,
characters' faces.
no. Sister, Takayoshi Sato's facial animations in his beautiful CG cutscenes are so much more pleasant looking than this stuff that you're showing me. Just leagues beyond anything you're showing me. I'm sorry. Like, does he really want to have that?
Enemies. James is not used to fighting, so his arsenal of attacks. Adapting your approach to the situation will be the key to success. However, your playing style, among other things, determines what ending you will discover.
Just the goal, the absolute goal of these people.
本当にサイレントヒル2を大好きな人たちが
Just
このリメイクに
ridiculous.
関わっています。細部までこだわって作っていますので、ご期
Hey,
待くだ
whose
さい。
facial animations look
さら
better?
にゲーム
Oh,
の
this is
中
like
で
shit
ジェームス
quality.
役、メアリーとマリア役を演じてくれたキャストのインタビューも届いています。こちらもご覧
Here's
く
a
だ
good
さい。
one where you can sort of see them.
So I'm Luke Roberts, and I'm playing James
This
Sunderland
isn't
in the
this isn't
remake
the one.
of Silent Hill 2.
My name is Salome Gunnarsdottir, and
here's a
I
good
play Mary/Maria.
When you're playing an iconic character such as James Sunderland, you obviously have to Silent Hill,
こちらもご覧くだ
Icelandic?
さい。
She's Icelandic?
the remake of Silent Hill 2.
My name is Salome Gunnarsdottir, and I play Mary.
Oh, another win for
When you're
Iceland.
playing,
I tell you
in a
what.
sense of,
I probably know
to a
that
great
girl.
extent, in a bewildered state. So it's very interesting charting.
My name is
his-
Salome
his journey.
Guðmundsdóttir.
This one, we're trying to honor something that's already been made. And so it's not me creating something, it's me
I don't know her.
channeling something.
The tone of this game.
What the hell are
is
you even saying?
Very important.
It's a national disgrace.
Very keen
Björk is
to
in
create
this.
an incredible atmosphere.
Yeah, look,
for
the video I showed looks bad.
do
Look at the
believe
video
that
of them talking
this
together
will
when
be
they have the
trying its
bars
very
between them, and
best
she's like,
to
"See, I'm
capture
real."
and recapture the
I think that looks
atmosphere,
nicer.
the vibe, and the story, and sometimes like the literal words and moments of the original.
And sometimes the literal words and moments of the original.
本作では俳優の表情と演技を
Games
パフォーマ
really
ンスキ
do
ャプ
be
チャーす
evolving
ることで
backwards. Yeah.
心理描写を強化してい
Actually,
ますので
keep getting away
ぜ
with
ひ
this.
期待していただ
Look,
ければと
look,
思います
I'm sure
ゲーム
I'll
につ
play
い
the
ての
game
情
and
報
she
は
will be a
ここまでとなり
highlight.
ます
I know everybody here will play it and be
続い
like,
ては
wow,
映画
what a
Return
highlight.
to
You know,
Silent Hill の
Salome
最新情報が届いてお
Guðbjörgsdóttir,
ります
or whatever her
ご覧
name
くだ
was.
さい
What an incredible woman. What an incredible country. Just doing her nation proud. Wow. And they gotta market the damn movie too. I don't know about the
came
rest.
to adapt Silent Hill 2 with respect and passion.
It's wild to me that they got Christoph Gans back.
The four first game are masterpiece. Very modern,
But like there
very
seems to be like a real.
The second
I
game
will say
is,
for him,
the
he
most
genuinely
ambitious.
seems to be some like. Look at this cutscene. Look at the facial like.
Yes, lost
It's so little.
beloved
But
bride, and he decided
he
to go
he
back
I
to
don't think he
Silent Hill.
understands
Finally,
Silent
and he
Hill,
realized
but he
that
really
Silent
seems to
Hill,
love
the
it.
town has changed. It became something like a hell. He's on hell, and he's going through all this.
Can you confirm that
find
Death Stranding
out
actually
and
took
find
place in
also
Iceland?
somewhere
Google images of Icelandic wilderness, and it
This
looks
film
exactly
had
like Death
an
Stranding.
emotional
America does
labor
not look
to
like that.
the
Iceland
overall,
looks like
and
that,
certainly
and like
because
some
of
parts
that,
of Scotland and Ireland
the
look
ore
like that.
is
But no other
even
place in the
more
world looks like that.
disturbing,
And
even
also,
more
I think Kojima was on vacation here just a year before he was fired by Konami, and I think he was here basically taking notes for the next game he wanted to make. Also, he has like a bunch of Icelandic bands in it, like Low Roar. I think they're Icelandic. So it's like, hey, yeah, guys, Kojima came to Iceland and he made Death Stranding. I'm sorry, or I take great pride in that. I don't know.
But also on the maker,
Just another
also
common
on
Icelandic
the
W.
costume, but
What can I
also
say?
Every level of the film. I have in front of me very young technicians who knew
Very young
the game,
technicians.
the film, and loved
He also
it.
made
The
Brotherhood of the
level
Wolf, which was one of the major
enthusiasm
inspirations for
I met in
Bloodborne.
this film to
Oh, hey, they're doing the
Silent
piston
Hill
room.
or
That's
Silent
cool.
Hill
That's cool.
was quite unexpected. I was thinking to myself, okay, I will have to explain a lot.
Okay, you know what? This movie
In
actually
fact,
looks fun to work on. There's like sets
didn't
and
have
like
to.
people in
They
costumes.
were the 2.0
This looks like it could have been a really fun production. I'll probably enjoy this. I like the Silent Hill movie. It's not a good movie, but I like watching it and just being like, wow, look at the texture on the wall. Look at like the genuine passion from the designers, because they really tried. It's like
very emotional.
it's rough in places, but it also just looks like a Silent Hill movie. It's really cool. Really
And
cool.
that's why Konami has always been really supportive.
Minecraft very much looks like Iceland.
And we are working on their, let's say, the world treasure.
It's just like Russia that looks like Amazon and Metal Gear Solid.
One of the main
Everybody
ideas of
knows
the
Russia has
first film is that all
that
the
tropical
creatures are
rainforest
identical.
right there in the Kaliningrad
If
region.
the first film
No, not
has
Kaliningrad,
badly,
Grosnograd
because
region.
The creatures were actually in front of the actor on the set. So all the monsters
Silent Hill 2
in
is the
this
most
film are
adult of the
designed
series.
real person with physics gift. They have created a level
Silent Hill
of
2 remake will put
consciousness
Iceland back
and
on the
harmony
radar.
into the monstrosity of these things, which I
Yeah, we
think,
never recovered from
is
Eyjafjallajökull.
actually very disturbing.
That volcano, people still angry at us.
Akira Yamaoka is not only the
I love that
composer
Akira
of
Yamaoka
the
came back for
first
Silent Hill 2 remake and the Silent Hill 2 movie, and he's just like, he's getting 2 paychecks for the same job of remastering the music from the second game.
to the game more than just the sound, the soul of the game. And I had
Hope
a
the
great
movie's fun.
knowledge
Yeah, I
of
think the
it,
movie,
but
like,
I
we'll have
don't
some fun
know
with it.
any other music with
Brotherhood of the Wolf
who
was
like
fun.
it
Silent Hill was
as
fun.
Yes, Akira Yamaoka is on this.
Harry running around after his daughter was a woman thing to do. He's a woman. True story. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's why it changed Harry into a woman.
It's exactly like adapting a great book. It's important to show respect and humility.
Yeah.
in this process.
It's feminine for dads to care about their kids. FYI, that's true. That's true. My dad, he
いかがで
just
したで
gave
し
me
ょ
a
うか
pack of cigarettes and said,
映画
head
の
off,
完成が
kid.
楽しみになりますね。ゲームとは少し異なる解釈で作られたもう一つのサイレントヒ
I
ル
don't
2
think Yamaoka, does he work for Konami? I think he's just like a musician.
続いてはサイレントヒルシリーズの最新グッズ情報をご覧ください。
Guys, we're gonna get more Silent Hill merchandise items.
最初にご紹介するのはサイレントヒル2のグッズです。まずはグッドスマイルカンパニーの商品です。リメイク版サイレントヒル2
Did you guys see what George R. R. Martin said about remakes and adaptations? Now, why would you bring that up in this stream?
大型と槍を付け替えてお楽しみいただける仕様となっています。次の商品はこちら。月光より犬エンド6分の1スケール。
Big fan of the original Maria and James models on the monitor.
物語のすべて
I
は
guess that's more
柴犬
faithful
の
to
ミ
the
ラが操作していた
sequence.
という隠しエンディング。通称犬エンド
ど
がスタ
こエンディン
チューになりま
グ
した。単なるスタチューではなく、コンソールを貯金箱にすることで実用的なアイテムとなっています。
What did he say? He said that there's a sort of epidemic going around of people retelling old stories and just sort of hollowing them out and replacing them with their own stories. So like, if you look at the new Halo show, it's like you guys got a hold of the Halo license, and you're not telling a Halo story. You're just using Halo to tell this different story. And I think that wasn't his example. His example was like people do a Rapunzel movie or some crap like that. But yeah, so there is a lot of that going on, where it's like, hey, this thing, like you're doing a Silent Hill game, but I noticed that there's no Silent Hill in it. This is just your thing, and you've just put it in a Silent Hill game because I don't know why. You want to get legitimacy and you want to borrow that from Silent Hill.
詳細はファナティックの公式ホームページをご確認ください。
George R. R. Martin, he has some good takes in between not working on Winds of
ま
Winter.
ずはジェームスジャケットです。サイレントヒル2
Cool,
の
I
主
like
人
that.
公であるジェームス・
Wait!
サンダーランドが原作で着てい
The
る
red
アウターを
squares.
再現したこちらのジャケットは
No.
武骨なスタイルと
Did we solve the
ミステリアスな魅力を醸し出しています
longest standing Silent Hill
謎
mystery
めい
game?
た主人公を体現したい方にはぴったりのアイテムです。ジェームスのジャケットを着れば
Because the 9 red
サイレン
squares
トヒル
at the end of the
の
game
雰囲気を感じ
represent
取れるかも
James's
しれませ
memory
ん。
being unlocked.
続いて
Does he have that texture in his jacket in the original game as well? I'll have to look at concept art now and try to gauge that, because it might mean like, because it's the inner lining of the jacket, you could sort of interpret that as like layers being removed.
その他にもオフィシャルコナミショッ
And
プで
maybe
は
that's
ご
what's
覧のグッ
happening.
ズをご
See,
用意してい
here
ま
are
す。
the red squares.
続いてプレイステーション
nobody
5で
wants
無料
this.
配信中のサイレントヒル
Or maybe that's just something they added for the jacket because they needed
現在
some kind
ま
of
でに
lining.
グロー
And
バ
they
ルで
needed
250
something
万
that
以
looked
上のダウンロー
Silent
ドをいただいており、これまでのサイレントヒルシリーズのテーマを踏襲しつつ、現代に生き
Oh,
る
they
人々
spoiled
の
the
メッ
ending
セー
like
ジを
that.
盛り
It's
込
a
んだ短
20-year-old
編作品
game.
です。
Come on.
これまでのサイレントヒルシリーズから独立した作品として遊んでいただけますので、
Oh, it didn't say it worked for them. Only good thing left when it comes to. Oh, yes. Sorry, I have like an ugly heart emoji in the corner where the text comes up, so it always cuts off the ending of everybody's sentence.
6分の1スケールスタチューが
Speaking
ただ
of
いま予約受付
beautiful
中です。
designs, Sakura Head.
コンセプトアーティス
Love
ト
this.
伊藤正弘氏の完全監修を経て、桜が象徴する儚い美しさと、裏世界でプレ
It's
イヤ
not
ー
in
を
the
精
jacket.
神
I've
的
seen the
に
model
追
a
い込む
thousand times.
心にまとわり
Dang.
つく恐ろしさを宿したスタチューになっています。
How much is Silent Hill 2 for you
存
guys?
在する美を
How much
表現
is
する
it?
ために
It's everything.
体のラインや
Silent
足の
Hill 2 is a
装丁に
way
も
of
細心
life,
の注意が
brother.
払われています。
James will turn the jacket inside out in the remake. Oh my
オリ
god.
ジナルサウンドトラックです。
If they have balls, they'll do
サイレン
it.
トヒルシリーズ
But
を手掛け
I don't think they
た
got
山
no
岡明氏
balls.
が全楽曲の制作を行っ
I
てい
think
ま
what
す。
this remake needs is
80
some
曲以上の大
testicles.
ボリュームの中にはゲームに入れられなかった
I don't know,
未公開
it
楽曲も
feels-
収録されており、ファン必聴のアルバムになってい
It
ます。
feels like it's lacking that sort of creative
現在
spark.
Spotify や Apple Music などの各種音楽ダウンロードサービス、ストリーミングサービスで配信
I
中
still
で
only
す。
tried short messages. Is it really that bad? Sakura Head is one of the best things
皆
about
さ
the
ん
short
いか
message.
がでしたでしょうか。
Masahiro Ito, what
サ
can
イ
I
レント
say?
ヒ
The
ルシ
brother
リーズ
doesn't
の世
miss.
界観を表現した
Inside Out
グッズ
Jacket
を
DLC
ぜひお
when.
買い求めください。それでは最後に
I'll probably,
本日
you
ここま
know,
で
my
皆さんに
Silent
お
Hill
届けしてき
2
た中での
remake
一番
video
の
will
トピックスを
probably just be me
もう
going,
一
hey,
度
So
サイレントヒル2は
I kind of like this, kind of okay, but here's some reasons why I don't think the translation of Resident Evil 2 Remake to Silent Hill works. And that'll probably be the premise of my video. I've decided already that I don't like it. I haven't played it. It might be good. It might be. And you know what? There's probably going to be sequences in the game, like scenarios that they've directed and set up and all that I'll quite enjoy. I do like these Silent Hill transmissions, though. I think that more games should just do this. Just like Capcom, we're gonna do a transmission now. But they always do like half-an-hour transmissions for the Resident Evil stuff. Just do longer stuff and announce maybe some Mega Man stuff on the side. Hashtag Silent Hill. Does anybody do hashtags anymore? Like, does this call to action do anything? So hey, about Kegare. No pachinko machine announcement. Yeah, the bastards. The bastards. He will lose the jacket like Leon. That's the worst part of Resident Evil 4. You lose the cool jacket right away. Well, at Acer Aesthetics. Yeah, but don't do... See, here's the emoji cutting off the end of the sentence. I'm gonna... somebody typed something. Yeah, but don't do the merchandise bit. Leave that out. Hey, yeah, maybe the merchandise bit shouldn't be vomited out at me, the viewer, against my will like that. Because Resident Evil's combat was important and they reworked that on the new games. Silent Hill's combat is secondary and there's a lot of importance put on that, removing the importance of the original camera. Yeah. That's the best thing about the Resident Evil 4 remake. You can play the full game with the cool jacket. They know what they were doing. I quite like the Resident Evil 4 remake, by the way. I don't know if I've talked about that much in these videos, but I quite liked it. I was skeptical because in all of the announcements, they were like, yeah, what we really want to do is focus on the horror. And I was like, yes, that's a great idea. Because Resident Evil 4 is one of the great action games. And if you focus on the horror with the remake, you'll really just separate these two as distinct animals. And then they showed the trailers, and it was like, you haven't focused on the horror, you focused on the action. So now this game has to sort of live up to the standards of Resident Evil 4 original, and it's not going to. And look, it doesn't. It's not as good of an action game, but it is its own animal. It's distinct enough, it makes enough changes, sort of not as snappy, not as instantly sort of gratifying as the original, but it cuts out a lot of the fat, especially in the latter half, a bit more streamlined and interesting touches also. Do you think Silent Hill F has potential? That's the only Silent Hill project I'm actually excited for. Because it's not set in Silent Hill even. It's set in some Japanese village. And I'm like, oh, okay, so somebody made a creative decision. That tells me they're probably going to make another creative decision. So I'll probably like that. It's not as good as the original, but it's a great game. Yeah, I had fun with it. The greatest downgrade of Resident Evil 4 is the voice work. It's really underwhelming and generic in the remake. Yeah, it's not as silly. It's not as silly, I'll say that. I did like Leon and Ashley. I think those two actors have good chemistry. I really don't like the voice for Ada. She sounds like she doesn't want to be there. I don't know. I think they replaced her from the second game. I quite liked her in the second game. But either they changed the voice actress or she just decided not to put in... I shouldn't say that she didn't want to do the job. It's more just like doesn't sound quite right to me. Also, something I love about Resident Evil. If I do another Resident Evil video, I'll probably talk about enemy variety in Resident Evil 4, because one of my pet peeves is watching randomizer runs of video games, and it's always interesting to see what works and what doesn't work. Like, this enemy doesn't work in this setup. Why not? And it's like, well, because this enemy is really coded to this one environment. And when you shuffle it around like this, the scenario doesn't work. But Resident Evil 4 is a really interesting game. This is the original. It's a really interesting game because when you watch randomizer runs, you can just drop any enemy in any other location and they mostly still work because the layout is important for the enemies, but the enemies all have really good behaviors for how to interact with the same thing. So like every humanoid enemy has some way of vaulting over fences or into windows. So in that cabin sequence with Ashley and Louise, you can just swap the humanoid enemies around and it still works. And there's so many sequences that just play completely differently in a randomizer run. They never play better. They always play like, okay, this could use some work. But you watch it and you're like, oh, you know what? If they tweaked this around, then this sequence with this different enemy, that could have actually worked. And that could have been an interesting sequence. Anyways, that's a little behind-the-scenes glimpse of how I design combat encounters in my game. Silent Hill transmission, 30th of May, 2024. A day that will live in infamy. It's Capcom being cheap. The old actors got into a union. Capcom, just pay union fees, man. The presentation was over for Silent Hill 2. Oh yeah. See? It's dead, bro. Didn't get to see anything about Townfall or F. Yeah. Well. Hey, what's the worst job in hell? Oh, the Sonderkommando of Auschwitz. Let's watch that next. Let's not. We don't have to. Here's Charlie Sheen. Is this the worst sitcom ending of all time? JD Legend. I quite enjoy this man and his I quite like the energy he brings to One Piece discussions. A lot of love. There's a lot of wholesomeness. There's a lot of fun. I quite like the man. But yeah, I don't know. Any questions? Anything we need to discuss here? As you can see, my video playlist is quite based. No shame here. Also, it's kind of funny that they marked this stream on Silent Hill 1 and not Silent Hill 2. Just keep hitting me with these home runs, just this deep passion for the brand emanating from the marketing, from the development, all of it. You see it whiff off the page. Put on the Jack speedrun videos. I'm watching those myself. I'm not watching that with you goobers. I quite like those videos though. I also just like the Richter. I think he does really interesting work. My favorite video of his might be the Sly, the hour or so long Sly Cooper video, but I also like everything he does with Ratchet and Clank. Very clearly alike, because he and I seemingly grew up around the same time. I think we're like similar age and we played the same games, and it's really interesting to see this different relationship with the same games from somebody who's also really passionate about them. Rude. I still don't trust it. Yeah, I mean, it ain't gonna be great, The developers of Resident Evil 2 Remake, they showed up to that stream with the shirt. We do it. We can do it. We'll get it done. It's like, you can see that it kind of felt like there was an internal political battle within Capcom to get the remake made. And the team that made that, they really wanted to deliver on it. This, to me, seems like a paycheck. It's probably a lot of passion too, but like, it doesn't feel to me like anybody was really clamming at the bits to be just like, I am a creative and I want to touch Silent Hill 2. I don't know. I should pick up the Jack video game series again, or video series again. I can't read the full thing because of the dumb heart emoji. But yeah, the Jack games are good, and these Jack video series, that's also good. When's the Silent Hill 4 video coming out? I said it in the last stream. Why would I answer that in the Silent Hill 4 stream? It's So the script is almost 2 hours long. It's going to be a bit over 4 hours. So it's like halfway there, but it's the first draft, and there's going to be more heavy rewrites with the way I'm structuring it this time around. So I don't know, a month, maybe 2 months. You get the Bioshock 2 video in the meantime. It's up on Patreon if you want to check it out. But that's dropping sometime in June, and might do some other videos in the meantime. I might make some videos on skeletons with human faces, the demo for my game, which is releasing soon as well. So good times, good times. Konami needed someone to capitalize on Resident Evil 2's remake, and Blooper Team name dropped Silent Hill a lot in interviews. Yeah, and you know, the most cynical thing about the Silent Hill 2 remake is that, why did they start with Silent Hill 2? Did they do that because Capcom started with Resident Evil 2? Like, is that because I don't think the higher ups at Konami who make decisions know that they did a Resident Evil remake on the like they had already done that, I think, on the GameCube. And so like Resident Evil 2 remake is the second remake, but it's like, oh no, you dumb assholes. You genuinely think that it's a good idea to start with number 2 because you think Capcom started with number 2. That's what you think. Because if you weren't stupid, you would have done the first game. But then again, I can kind of see the rationale for being like, if you're gonna remake the first game, then you have to remake the third game next, because that's like one story. But then you do the second game. So like maybe you start with the second game and then you do the first game and then the third. Like you can rationalize it, but I'm jaded. I'm a bit cynical, and I don't know if I give them the benefit of the doubt there. Yeah. Capcom already had a Resident Evil 1 remake. Silent Hill 2 is the one most people recognize. See, I think Silent Hill, like, yeah, it has more of a sort of grip into culture. But sales-wise, Silent Hill 1, I think, is still the best-selling Silent Hill game. Silent Hill 2 didn't make the most money. I'm reasonably sure. Hold on. See. Let's get on the old Google machine. Silent Hill series sales. I need individual copies sold. Here's somebody with numbers they claim. So like, yeah, Silent Hill 500,000, Silent Hill 2 500,000, 3, 4 diminishing returns. Overall, you get some other ones. Oh yeah, it's across different platforms. Japanese sales, Silent Hill 1 just absolutely dominates the entire rest. So like collectively, but I know these numbers aren't real because I know that this must be it's 9 years ago. But even 9 years ago, these numbers aren't correct because I know Silent Hill 2, I think it cracked 2 million, and I think Silent Hill 3 cracked like 1.4 million. I'm pretty sure Silent Hill, the original, cracked like 3 or 4 million. Because from memory, I think there was a big drop from Silent Hill 1 to 2. But I might be misremembering. I might be. Anyways, gang, it's getting late. Uncle Acer needs his beauty sleep. Gotta try to fix my coffee machine first and then hit the old hay. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks everybody for watching. Nice to see you, Daniel. It's always nice when you drop by. And even though you swore a lot when we did the Game of the Year video and got me in trouble, it's all in the past. Water under the bridge. It's fine. Silent Hill, it's fine. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you want to have more conversations about this, just head on over to the old Discord in the description. It should work. I promise to swear even more than next time. Oh, yeah. How cute that you think there's going to be a next time. Thanks, everybody, for coming in. Bye-bye.